with me. I know other judges, some don't like it, but I think it's fine.
Okay, I didn't want to let anyone in until you got on. Who's, your address is 1 Metro Tech Center, 1701, Brooklyn. Is that you still?
That's still me, yeah. You can hear me okay? Okay, great.
Yeah, who's representing defendant?
Defendant is pro se.
He's pro se.
Defendant pro se, okay. And who's, JL?
JL is my client, Jacob Landau.
Oh, okay. And, Ms. Joseph?
Hello?
Hi, Ms. Joseph.
Ms. Joseph, introduce yourself. Ms. Joseph is a student intern from John J. Howard. But Ms. Joseph, introduce yourself.
Sorry, my mic was muted. Hi, everyone. My name is Kalisa Joseph. I'm a senior at John College, and I'm competing with Donald Robin here.
Okay. And
I didn't pay her to say that, by the way.
let me just see. Judge, I don't see you on my screen. Okay.
I just went off of
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Now, 212-393, I see a phone number, 2396. Who is that?
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Andrew Wallace. I'm an Assistant General Counsel with the New York City Department of Buildings. We received a subpoena from the court regarding this matter.
Okay, thank you.
So you're Assistant General Counsel to, I didn't hear that.
The New York City Department of Buildings. I tried to log in with the Teams link that was sent to me by Mr. Kimoff, and it was just kind of waiting. I don't know if it was not activated yet, so in order to join, I used the audio. I can go and try the video again, the Teams link, if that would be more helpful.
Just start it first. Continue. Who is IL?
Is that Israel, Jacob?
Yes.
It's my other client, Israel Landau.
Okay.
Okay.
And Mr. Wallace, who do you represent in this? Anybody?
I'm an attorney with the New York City Department of Buildings. We're not a party to this action.
You received a subpoena.
And what's your address?
280 Broadway, 7th floor, New York, New York, 10007.
I'm ready, Judge, when you are.
Jacob, just mute yourself.
Not sure I know how to do this.
The top, you see the mic symbol, just click that button. The top right, next to the leaves, the red leaves.
Yeah.
To the left of that, there's a little microphone. Just click that.
Okay.
Great. Okay, today's date is Monday, March 28th of 2022, and this is index number 525824 of 2019. Counsel, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, note your appearances for the record.
Andrea Caruso, Abrams Fensterman, 1 Metro Tech Center, Suite 1701, Brooklyn, New York, 11201 for the plaintiffs in this action.
Okay. Mr. Kimoff, and tell me how to pronounce your name properly.
Kimoff.
Kimoff, thank you.
Thank you.
Note your appearance.
Itamar Kimoff, defendant, pro se, 6801 21st Avenue, apartment B5, Brooklyn, New York.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. 681?
6801 21st Avenue, apartment B as in boy 5, Brooklyn, New York, 11204. Defendant.
Okay, Ms. Caruso, could you just ask your clients to note that, well, no. Let me just first hear from the attorney from the city of New York.
Yes, Your Honor. we're here per a subpoena for testimony regarding the, as I understand it, documents that were provided to the defendant, Mr.
Just
Kaimov.
just note your appearance, counsel, your name and where you're from. And by
Andrew Wallace, Assistant General Counsel, New York City Department of Buildings, 280 Broadway, 7th floor, New York, 10007.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
And now, Ms. Caruso, could you have first Ms. Joseph, and then after Ms. Joseph, Ms. Caruso, you'll have your clients note their appearances, okay?
No problem, Your Honor.
Thank you so much, Ms. Joseph.
My name is Khalifa Joseph, court intern, located in Brooklyn, 10315.
You just have to say your name and you don't have to repeat your address. And now, Ms. Caruso, could you ask your client?
Jacob, can you unmute yourself and just note your name and your business address?
Thank you.
Jacob Landau, 5605 14th Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11219.
Okay, remute yourself. Israel, can you do the same?
Israel Landau, 5605 14th Avenue.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Israel Landau,
Huh?
5605 14th Avenue, Brooklyn, New York.
I can't hear that, the address, Judge.
Israel, Israel, Landau, Landau.
Give the street, the building number again for her.
And slowly.
5605 14th Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11219.
Thank you, Judge.
And Your Honor, Mr. Israel Landau will not be speaking today. He's just observing.
That's fine. And the attorney from the Department of Buildings,
Yes,
what's
Your
your
Honor.
first name? I know it's Wallace, but what is your first name?
Andrew.
Andrew, thank you.
Wait, Penny, Money, can you say that again, please? I was not ready.
I'm sorry, Judge, we have a bunch of teams meetings going on here as well.
Okay.
I can mute myself.
No. Let me just say this to you, that you make sure that you can hear us, and we'll be okay. We have to follow your lead. You're one of the most important people on this line.
No,
And that is my trusted, that is my trusted court reporter.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I do have one of my colleagues who's also working on Teams. I can mute myself, and if I don't hear you, I'll raise my hand so everybody can see me. Okay. I was just going to mute.
Okay, so with that, we are going to ask that everyone speaks a little slower and a lot clearer. Okay, that way our court reporter won't have any problems with us, and we won't have any problems with the court reporter. So with that, I believe this was Mr. Kamoff from OSC.
This is my OSC, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, let me hold on. By Amy Marion, that's correct. She was here previously, that's correct, right?
Correct.
Go ahead, Ms. Caruso.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Andrea Caruso, and I'm a partner with Abrams Fensterman, the attorneys for the plaintiff in this action. We're here today to conduct a contempt hearing based on an order to show cause filed by plaintiff's counsel on December 3rd, 2021, seeking to hold defendant Mr. Kaimov in contempt of two separate orders of the court pursuant to the judiciary law. We're here because the Honorable Lauren Bailey Schiffman signed two separate orders. The first order was dated August 6th, 2020, and the second was dated June 17th, 2021. Most importantly, today, the June 17, 2021 order restrained defendant from making false and or unsubstantiated complaints to the Department of Buildings. Notwithstanding this clear and unambiguous directive, on November 27, 2021, defendant filed a complaint with the Department of Buildings which requested, quote, a full reinspection of, end quote, of 10 previous violations which were based on complaints that the defendant himself had filed with DOB. Defendant claims in the November 27th complaint that, quote, false statements, end quote, were made in the certificates of correction relating to these 10 violations. However, this statement was not only false, but defendant knew it was false, thus violating the June 17, 2021 order. In filing this complaint, among others, defendant's intention was to harm the plaintiffs. The evidence today will show that defendant admittedly filed the subject's complaint and that upon inspection, the DOB determined, quote, no violation warranted for the complaint at the time of the inspection, meaning the allegations of the defendant were false and unsubstantiated. No further inquiry into each violation is even warranted beyond that. Notwithstanding, going through each violation, the evidence will further show that defendant had knowledge at the time he filed the complaint that the statement he was making was untruthful. The evidence will show that 5 of the violations defendant complained of didn't actually even have certificates of correction filed, and therefore there couldn't be any false statements made. Those 5 violations are sufficient to justify the granting of contempt, but defendant's actions don't stop there. Of the remaining 5 violations, 3 of them are not even violations to the plaintiff, and therefore plaintiff couldn't have even made those statements. These were violations issued to WCK Electricorp and related to Sidewalk Shed, which at the time the complaint was filed in November of 2021 wasn't even present at the property any longer. Of the 10 violations complained of, only 1 actually has to do with the defendant's apartment. This violation ending in 78P. Again, regardless of the defendant's contentions, as a result of the complaint filed by him, the DOB came, inspected, and determined that no violation was warranted. Instead, the defendant would like this court to believe otherwise. Additionally, defendant, who admittedly, to Your Honor, last time we were here, largely remains at home as he is disabled, managed to also file a complaint against the property which he does not live in. This property is 666 West 162nd Street in Manhattan. An hour and 20-minute driving trip.
Counsel, just for me, could you give me that address again? I'm sorry.
Sure. 666 West 162nd Street, which is an hour and 20-minute trip via public transportation from where defendant lives in Brooklyn. The evidence will show that not only did the defendant not have any personal knowledge of this building, but he never had any access to this property, and therefore the complaint was completely made up. Since the filing of this contempt motion, which brings us here today, the defendant has filed other false complaints, which will be identified to the court to show defendant's blatant disregard for court orders. Defendant got a second chance already. Plaintiff previously filed a motion for contempt. He should not be entitled to a third chance. The evidence before Your Honor today will warrant a finding of either civil or criminal contempt. The evidence undoubtedly shows that there is a lawful order of the court, that the defendant was clearly aware of that order, and he willfully disobeyed it, making false and unsubstantiated complaints. While there is also resulting prejudice for civil contempt, the Second Department has held, in the matter of Rowland versus Torres, 121 AD 3D 684, they defined prejudice as proof of the condemner's actions were calculated to, or actually did, defeat, impede, impair, or prejudice the rights of the party. Defendant's actions most definitely were calculated to defeat, impede, impair, or prejudice the rights of the plaintiffs in this case. Therefore, a finding of contempt is warranted, and the evidence will show that. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Kaimov.
Yes, Your Honor. May I start?
You may start.
Yes, Your Honor. I will ask the Honorable Court to open document number 241. That would be my oral argument. So this way, I will not make it in the improper translation of my thoughts. So I just put this on a paper, and I'm just gonna describe this document to the court along with the exhibit.
What's the document number, sir?
It's 241, Your Honor. May I start, Your Honor?
Hold on 1 second.
Sure. Whenever you're ready, Your Honor.
I will call. Hold on. said 241, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
I am there. Everyone's there?
Are we on page? Great. I ask plaintiff attorney not to disrupt me, so this way I will not lose my thought.
Counsel, sir.
Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
nobody disrupted you. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Okay.
Okay?
Now, Ira Makhaimov, disabled resident of Brooklyn in Kings County, New York, before the court of the state of New York, being duly sworn and deposed, and says that concerning plaintiff's order show cause, document number 168, once you press on it, Your Honor, it will link you to that document. It is hyperlinked. Civil contempt of the court pursuant to the judicial law, paragraphs 753 and 756, for failure to comply with a temporal restraining order and preliminary injunction issued by the court on August 6, 2020 and June 17, 2021, document number 51. I would like to provide the recently received documents from New York City Department of Buildings, herein further as New York City DOB, which in turn will completely clearly show about my motives. All begin on November 24th, 2021, around 11 o'clock. Someone ring a bell.
Sir,
Yes.
listen to me. You're not going to read this document. That's not how it works. Okay, the document is part of the record. I can read the document. What you do is argue from your document based on a contempt hearing.
Okay.
Okay, you don't get to read the whole document. That's not how it works.
Okay. Now, okay. Defendant are claiming that the plaintiff are claiming the defendant make a false statement on the complaint number. One second. On a complaint number 3823147, we could see it on the bottom of the document.
Say the number, counsel, Mr. Kimoff, could you say, Kimoff, could you say that number again?
3823147.
Okay.
That's filed by with the DOB by calling 311. Document number 154. Herein as Exhibit J. You could see it on the bottom, Your Honor, this complaint, where it says, my opinion, work without a permit, false statement in all certificate of correction, request a full reinspection of these violations. All these 10 violations, Your Honor, out of all these 10, one of them, as the plaintiff attorney mentioned, 37005378B, is belongs to my apartment.
Okay, 37005378B,
as in Peter, which were issued for violation for apartment B5, illegal.
Okay, and what document number is that?
Document number, 1 second.
161?
Document number.
No,
hold on. 173, Your Honor.
173. Thank you.
As Exhibit F to this document. Now, what it says. Now, the plaintiff, the defendant made his complaint. Now, the deposition of this complaint, if you see it, Your Honor, Exhibit J to this document that I'm reading, the complaint 3823147, the one that plaintiff claims that it was false, the disposition of the DOB was no violation warranted for complaint at the time of the inspection. No violation warranted. See application B00231 373. As well, B00045,640, which doesn't belong to apartment B5, the last permit.
Okay, stop right there. You're gonna take one violation at a time, okay? So you want me to start with 3823147 and you have to show that was not done in violation of Judge Bailey Schiffman's order. That's
Right.
what you have to show.
Okay.
If you don't show that, I can hold you in contempt.
Okay.
Okay? So let's go back.
Okay.
Your Honor,
3-8. Certainly.
We're doing opening arguments, correct? When you're saying that he's going to have to prove those things, he's not testifying now.
No, right.
Okay.
Go ahead. All right, continue.
I have made requests over records from the New York City DOB, FOIL number 2028100546 Annex herein as
Okay, say that number again. I like to say it twice.
FOIL.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I like to.
It's all right, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
FOIL 2021-810-05461. Annex herein as Exhibit L. Exhibit L, FOIL request email confirmation. L1 exhibit, FOIL request email confirmation, and L2 respond to my FOIL request email confirmation. See below picture herein as Exhibit L1.
And what are those documents going to show? That's what you're going to say to me.
It shows that I send it to the records.nyc.gov from Itamar Chaimel, the email, copy of the email, dated December 12, 2021, at 5:33 a.m. I received confirmation from the records. Your request FOIL 2021-810-05461 has been successfully submitted to the Department of Building. The details of your request are shown below. And it says right here, requesting description, please provide me a copy of certificate of correction for ECB's violation, old ECB violation numbers. First number was crossed out because it was redacted, Your Honor. By the clerk. They thought like it's a Social Security. But anyway, it's all 10 violations that were included in that complaint that I made, that the plaintiff claims that it was false. Where it says, my opinion, work without the permit, false statement. Now, on January 11, 2022, I have received a response from New York City DOB, see picture below, Exhibit L2, respond to my FOIL request, to my email confirmation. The Department of Building, DOB, has responded to your FOIL request, FOIL number 2021-810-05461, with the following files. The files are listed below, Your Honor. It's for the complaint number 353-59439P as in Peter, .pdf.
Okay, say that number again.
Sure. 353-59439P as in Peter. Now, the second one is 353-5940M as in Mary, .pdf. I repeat that, Your Honor. 353-59400M .pdf. Now, the third certificate of correction was for the complaint number, the ECB violation 37005378P. That's the one belongs to the B5 apartment, circuits without the permit, wiring. That's my apartment. Now, the fourth certificate of correction, 35359438N as in Nancy, .pdf. I repeat that, Your Honor.
3535, go ahead.
35359438 N as in Nancy .pdf. The fifth one was for a violation 35359441Y. I repeat that, 35359441Y and slash under how do you say this? Under slash. Underscore. Now NULL.pdf. That's how it came to me from the FOIL 2021-81005461. It says here, please visit FOIL, the number that I just provided, to view additional information and take any necessary actions. Your Honor, if you go to the document that I mentioned, 241, on a page 7, you would be able to press, there is a A, B, C, D, E, those 5 certificate of corrections that was sent it to me by the FOIL records. The exhibits, first one, I would just read the last numbers. So this one, I will repeat the whole number. 39P, annex herein as exhibit M as a Mary. 40M, annex herein as exhibit N as a Nancy. 378P, annex herein as exhibit O. 38N as a Nancy, herein as exhibit P as in Peter. 441Y as in yes, annex herein as exhibit Q. As well, Your Honor, I received a second email from the FOIL request, annexed herein as exhibit R. See pictured below. It's on page 7. Violation numbers 355479555J. I repeat that, Your Honor. 355479555J, comma, 39, another complaint, 39020251X, violation, sorry. Third violation, 35458358R. I repeat, 35458358R. Fourth violation, 39015572M as in Mary. 39016672M as in Mary. And the fifth one, 35460672H as in Henry. I repeat, Your Honor, 35460672H as in Henry are dismissed. There are no certificate of correction on file for this violation. Annexed herein as Exhibit R. See picture below, Your Honor. We'll go to the 8th page. It would show that that email that I'm referring to as Exhibit R. So you would see that it's dated January 11th at 2:25 from donotReply@records.nyc.gov. Response added to FOIL 2021-810-05461. It's the same number that I already provided previously, Your Honor. Violations numbers 35547955J, 39. All of them that I already said to you previously, I dismiss. No certificate. Now, Your Honor, you see A, B, C. Now, the violation. So altogether we got 35547955J dismissed. No certificate of correction. 39020551X. Dismissed, no certificate of correction. Herein as Exhibit K. Or whatever has no certificate of correction, which is a 5 one, Your Honor, has under Exhibit K, you could see clearly the violations summary from directly from the DOB. Now, the ECB's 359440M dismissed certificate of correction on DOB file herein, next herein as Exhibit N. So this one we have. Now, the violation 359439P dismiss correction certificate of correction on DOB file herein as Exhibit M. 359438 N as a Nancy. I repeat, Your Honor. 35.
You don't have to repeat them because I can see these now.
Okay, very good, very good. Dismissed certificate is on the DLB file. Now, 441Y certificate is on DLB file as Exhibit U. Dismissed certificate on file, which is 378P. That's my apartment, Your Honor. Now, we're going down. We see the 35547955J that was dismissed without certificate of correction. Now, if you scroll down, Your Honor, and you would see where it says Department of Building Compliance History and Event. It says the certificate accepted 6/16/2021. Dismissed also it shows on the bottom, a little further down, it says hearing information, scheduled hearing date time 10/13/2021. Dismissed. So certificate was submitted in 6/16. In 10/13/21, it was dismissed by the court. Now, we go down. As we see, certificate of correction accepted at 6/16, but at the same time, the second 12/2021 810-05461 response email dated Tuesday, January 11, 2022 at 3:28 p.m. stated violation numbers 55J. I'm just gonna read last three digits and that number.
Could you just give me the second FOIL number again?
Sure. No, it's the same FOIL number, Your Honor. It's the same under the same FOIL number. FOIL 2021 810. Okay. So violation numbers 55J, 251X, 358R, 672M, 672H, the ones that has no certificate are dismissed. There is no certificate of correction on the file for this violation. See Exhibit R above. I contacted New York City DOB to clarify, to find out on how certificate of correction violations 955J, 251X, 358R, 672M, 672H are accepted when there are no actual certificate of correction on the DOB file, as it says in second response email from Open Record FOIL. See Exhibit R. Was transferred to Timothy E. Hogan. He's the Deputy Commissioner of New York City Department of Building. Timothy Hogan said it could happen only in one occasion, Your Honor. When owners...
Now, where do you want me to look before you keep going? Where am I looking?
At page 10.
Go ahead. Number 18. Go ahead.
Yes. Timothy Hogan said it could happen only in one occasion, Your Honor. When owners filing representatives or licensee who correct the violation file the certificate of correction through the DOB Now self-service online tool for more than one violation at once. In our situation, there was 10 violations, Your Honor. Now, at once, as well when too much pages scanned on purpose to confuse the system because it reads quantity, Your Honor, of the pages. Then, whoever files it, in additionally, must provide a description of the page scanned, because the system doesn't actually read the scanned pages, doesn't read them, the content. it counts page quantity only and stores it in database. And I quote Timothy Hogan's words, God knows what person who filed those documents, who wrote the in description of these applications. This issue must be brought up and investigated. As per defendant's conversation with investigator Nicholas Katarasos, Inspector Badge number 2770, Building Department Marshal from Building Special Investigation Unit, herein as BSIU, located at 83 Maiden Lane, 4th floor, New York, 10038. Nicholas Katarasos is the one, Your Honor, who issued DOB violation 0503.
I have the number. You don't have to read it.
Okay, once you press it, Your Honor, it will lead you to the website, DOB website, and you could see that violation. And as well, ECB violation 35. You got this 351.
And I have that number as well. Yes.
Okay. Herein as Exhibit S. Certificate of correction was submitted to the DOB by plaintiff on 7/6/2017. In August 19, the defendant reached out to the Nicholas Katarasos and asked him about plaintiff's certificate of correction. Mrs. Katarasos responded to the defendant.
Okay, so listen to me, Mr. Kitt. You have to stick to
I am sticking
what the judge said and go beyond that. You can't go backwards.
No, Your Honor, this way, I want to show where I got this recollection that it's wrong. That's how it is.
No, you can't go backwards, though. The judge said from this day forward, this is what I want you not to do. I don't want you to do these things. So when you tell me something about 2017, that's not my case.
No, I spoke to him in 2019, Your Honor, but I'm saying I'm talking about false, the landlord making the false statements on certificate of correction. And here is a clear sample of the making false correction. That's how I got the idea.
But that's not, Mr. Kaimoff, I need you to understand, that is not this case. This case is solely about a judge saying to you, don't do this or don't do that. And if after this day you do this or you do that I told you not to do, I can hold you in contempt.
Yes, Your Honor. But
so when you tell me what happened in 2017, that's not my case. Right or wrong in 2017, that is not my case. The case before me today is saying that you violated something that my colleague told you not to do. Okay, so you have to show either that I did not violate it because there was a violation and so I reported it, or they're going to show that there was no violation and he did what the judge told him not to do. That's what we are here for. Not to go back and double back and see what was right or what was wrong. That is not this case.
Okay, Your Honor.
So I need you to concentrate on this case and what this case is about.
Okay. Out of all this 10... Okay. Out of all the 10 ECB's violations that I asked for the DOB to re-inspect, and once again it was said there as my opinion, so DOB had the choice whether or not to listen to my opinion or not. That's number one.
No, that's not what's going to happen here. That's not how it works.
Okay, Your Honor.
That's not what's going to happen, right?
Right.
Not your opinion, because the judge don't want your opinion. That's what the judge is trying to tell you. It's not about your opinion, right? The judge said don't go back because I don't want you to keep harassing these people, but more or less, right? You can't keep going back unless you have personal knowledge, not opinion knowledge. That's not what the judge said. Personal. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
My name is and I'm a private carrier with the county.
Okay, Your Honor. May I continue?
So that's what I need you to concentrate on. That if you thinking just because you say it's your opinion, that's not what the judge said. And that's what I need you to understand.
Now,
That's not what the judge said. Your opinion. We all work on opinions, but that's not what. That's why you don't come to court based on opinion. Personal knowledge. That's what she keeps saying. How do you notice if you're an hour and a half away? How do you notice if you're sitting at your computer? Personal knowledge is that I touched it, I smelled it, the five senses at least the five senses.
Okay.
Okay?
Now.
So by saying your opinion, that's not going to help you.
No, I'm not
I'm telling you now, that's not going to help you. So with that, I'm going to go back to Ms. Caruso. Sorry.
Your Honor, may I end, please? May I
You can end. Yes, you may end. Go ahead.
Now, once again, the defendant submitted to the court the certificate of correction for the complaint number, as you see on page 3 of the document 241. The ECB violation number 37005378P as in Peter, which was issued 7/13/2017, but was corrected in 12/24/2019. Now, up until today, condition has not been actually corrected, Your Honor. Even though on DOB records it shows dismissed. By the way, since July 13, 2017. So the court CRO time, which is in November 2019, the plaintiff couldn't resolve this problem with the DOB for some reason. Now I would like to show to the court how it happened and how the plaintiff is usually resolving this kind of issues. After you obtained the job permit from the DOB, you have 1 or 2 years.
Okay, stop. That's why I have to go back to Ms. Caruso, because this is her case to prove, not you. You're not trying to do anything, but she has to prove these things first. Okay, that's what I'm saying. You're going out of order. This is her case. She has to prove that you did these things, and then I'll give you the opportunity to say, "No, Judge, I did not do those things."
Sorry.
Okay, so I need you to listen very carefully of the things that she said that you did, based on the numbers, and then you will come back. You understand?
Yes.
This is not your case to prove right now. She has to prove first. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Before I call my first witness for the clarity of the record, I would like to just put an objection on the record as to the opening. While I know Your Honor is very well aware as to what a normal opening would consist of, I do want to preserve the fact that there was an attempt to present evidence, which isn't actually evidence yet, wasn't admitted into the record, and therefore I would like the portion in which he's claiming document 241, which has evidence in it, to be either disregarded or regarded only for that limited purpose of an opening argument and not treated as evidence. Your Honor, I would like to call my first witness is Mr. Kayamov.
Let me just say that before you do that, let me just make that ruling, and the court will accept that objection. Okay?
Thank you.
That is used for the purposes of the opening statement, and after the documents will move forward as to admissibility and so forth. Okay?
Thank you.
Mr. Caruso, Mr. Kayamov, do you understand what that means?
No.
Okay, so what you read is your opening statement. What you have here written as your opening statement. I am allowing that document in as your opening statement. But as to all those hyperlinks, not so much. Okay? Right now, because they have to come in as evidence, because we are still in a court of law, they have to get the documents in evidence.
I don't know.
Proper.
So they're not going to consider as evidence?
Well, it could be considered as evidence if you get it in, right? In court, you have to get the evidence in. It has to be authenticated. You have to have someone here that says where the documents come from and so forth. But I will allow the beginning of it. But I'm not going into the links. That's what she's asking me to disregard at this time. Now, when your time comes and you can get the documents in, then we'll see. If you get them in, then they're in. But if you can't get them in, they're not in. Okay?
Okay.
All right. You understand that, correct?
And how do I get them in?
You have to know how to get them in. So you better listen to her to see how she's getting hers in so that we can get them in. Okay, I can't help you with that.
No, I got it.
I cannot help you get them in. Okay, I can tell you that much. I can't do that. Okay, so with that, Ms. Caruso.
Your Honor, actually, before I start, for the ease of things, we have this DOB representative here, and Mr. Kaimov can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he is here simply to authenticate documents which come off the website for DOB. If that is the case, I'm not looking to make this a longer process for anyone. I think it would be prudent if Your Honor would agree to it and the DOB inspector could maybe put a short blurb on the record, or the DOB attorney, I apologize, Mr. Wallace, that the documents which are contained on the DOB website are business records of DOB, which would equally be available to both sides during this, even though I do have some certified records to save us time, frankly.
Could you all hold on for 1 second?
Of course. Mr. Wallace, are you there? Just so
I am here, yes,
Okay.
Ms. Caruso,
And
thank
you
you.
heard what I said, right?
I did, yes, and that would be very helpful, thank you.
And I believe, I know we're off the record, I believe, though, that is your purpose here today, correct?
Yes, that's my understanding as well. It was a little bit of a confusing on late Friday afternoon, but yeah, as far as I understand, it's just about the records that were provided through the FOIL process.
Okay. I'm not looking to, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't need to sit here for 6 hours.
Thank you.
Mr. Kaimov,
Yes.
I'm back.
Okay, I don't know why my video is not... What happened? I don't know, it gives me the... You are joined as attendee.
Okay, so long as you can hear me, can you hear me?
Yes, I could hear you clearly.
Okay, and I can hear you, and the court reporter, you can hear him, is that well? So she can hear you, so we're fine, okay? For now. Okay, so let me just say this. You subpoenaed some records, is that correct?
Yes, I did.
Ms. Caruso, your office subpoenaed some records, am I correct?
Yes, I think both sides subpoenaed actually testimony to authenticate the records. That's really it. Yeah.
Okay. So, for you, well, counsel understands. I'm going to explain this, and this I can do. The representative attorney, Mr. Wallace, can say, but he needs to say, to now authenticate those records. That way, then your documents and counsel Ms. Caruso's documents will come into evidence without having to, every time you want to bring a document in, you have to authenticate it individually.
Okay.
He could make a general statement, a specific statement on the record as to the DOP records. And he will be the authenticator of both records. Okay, all records that were subpoenaed through the Department of Building, okay?
Yes.
Now, is that okay with you? If that's not okay, then you're going to have to get the documents in individually.
No, Your Honor, if Mr. Wallace could testify, certify that it's original records, I mean, no need to go crazy about it. It's just, I mean, he's from DOB, he knows the way that the violations look like, and he would know that it's authentic or not. Besides that, every single hyperlink links to the...
Okay, Mr. Wallace, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning. Yes, I mean, I must admit that I found out about this matter late Friday afternoon, but I've been, Mr. Kaimov sent me this material late Friday afternoon, and the subpoena, looking at it, as we go along, the various exhibits, they have oath, ECB violation details, complaint records, certificates of correction, these all appear to be, business records of DOB.
Okay, and let me just say this as part of the record that Mr. Wallace, you are an attorney, is that correct?
I am, Your Honor, yes.
Okay, so as an officer of the court, I'm not swearing you in to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I am taking your word as an officer of the court. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
So now the record is complete that Mr. Wallace, as an attorney, has authenticated the DOB record with the proviso that he has said that he got this late Friday and he did his best to do what he could do to have it available for this morning. So I appreciate you, Mr. Wallace, and have a great day, and please stay safe.
Thank you, Your Honor. You as well. With the court's permission, I will sign off this time.
You may.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Stay safe, everyone.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye. Bye.
One more housekeeping thing, Your Honor. I don't have the ability to share my screen to put exhibits up. Is there any ability to do that? Or should I upload everything?
Well, let me say this.
Okay.
Mr. Primov, you have your documents in front of you, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your
Okay.
Honor.
I have before me I have a way to get the document. So I would prefer at this time, when you call it out, because your documents, I should be able to get them off of eCourts, because basically, no, I'm asking, this is Ms. Caruso, not your document. I know I could get yours. Ms. Caruso, do you have any that I may not have?
Yes, there may be
Okay.
a few.
All right, so hold on one second. Don't worry. I'm going to get some assistance. Okay?
No problem. Thank you.
Hold on one second. It may take a little longer than a second, but I am going to get us some assistance, okay?
I'll tell you, Your Honor, if we can, it'll be a while before I get you some new ones. So if you want to let them know, we can start, and then we can.
Absolutely. I want to say that, right, okay? Be well.
Yep.
Hold on.
Judge, 1 second. Can Mr. Kimoff sign off and sign back on if he's going to testify so we can see him?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
How do I do that? What do I do?
Just start all over. Just go out and come back in.
Yeah, at the top.
Leave and come.
Oh. Hello? Oh, good. Court reporter, you see me?
Counsel, the document that he was reading from 168, was it?
141.
Hold on one second. Mr. Kimoff, what is it?
241.
Oh,
You're muted,
Unmute.
It was 241, Ms. Monaco.
Thank you. Document number 24. You're back on, Mr. Kimoff. We can see you and we can hear you.
Okay.
Okay. So now my court attorney is on, and she's going to address your concern, Ms. Caruso, so you should speak to her.
No problem. Morning, Ms. McLean.
do you want this on the record, Judge? No?
No, this is just, she's just going to tell her how to get to her documents in. Sai, are you there?
Yeah, I have to put these headphones on. Counselor, are you able to share your screen?
No, it's blacked out. It says only meeting organizers and presenters can share.
Are you the only one who's going to who is going to share anything?
From from my side, yes.
Yes.
Mr. Kaimov uploaded everything.
Everything is uploaded on eCourt?
For the defendant,
For
not
his documents, yes.
Yeah.
So is everyone unable to look at eCourt to see the
No,
documents?
Ms. Caruso has documents that are not uploaded on eCourt.
Oh, not uploaded on
Right.
eCourt. Let me see if I can make her a presenter so she can share her screen.
If not, when we take that lunch break, I can always upload them. I'll make it work.
Hold on, let me see what I can do.
No problem. Okay, now it works. Yes.
You there? Okay, great.
Good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you again, Ty. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm getting off. Have a good
Okay.
one.
You too.
Bye.
Okay. So this was great. See, I told you I was going to get us some help.
Yeah, that was quick and easy.
So with that, Ms. Caruso,
I'm going to call my first witness, which is the defendant, Mr. Kaimov.
okay, Mr. Kaimov, could you just raise your right hand? Do you affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
That's right.
Thank you. With that, Ms. Caruso.
Your Honor, since Mr. Kaimov is an adverse party, being he's pro se, I would like to treat him as an adverse party hostile witness and have the ability to lead him on questioning.
You can. I'll be the judge of the leading, but go
Your Honor,
ahead.
Your Honor,
Yes.
what did you just said? Well, what does that mean, leading?
Okay. That means she can ask you yes/no questions, and
Okay.
as opposed to questions that are elaborate that can consist of more than yes/no answers.
Okay.
Okay.
Morning, Mr. Kaimov.
Morning.
Are you representing yourself in this litigation?
Yes, I am.
And as part of your representation, did you sign up to receive filing notifications on the NICEF filing system?
Yes, I did.
Do you know when you signed up for NICEF?
The beginning of the case? No, later, like maybe 6-7 months after the case was filed, I believe, because I was not known this before.
And since you signed up, have you been receiving notifications of all of the filings in this case?
Yes, I believe so.
And when you signed up for NICEF, did you go through any of the prior filings on the system at the time?
I don't get the question. What?
When you signed up for the NICEF system, you said it was at some point after the start of the case. Did you look backwards in things that had already been filed?
Yes.
And would you consider yourself knowledgeable of the documents that are on our docket on NICEF for this case?
Not by heart, but more or less.
Where do you currently live?
6801 21st Avenue, apartment B as in boy 5, Brooklyn, New York, 11204, Brooklyn.
And how long have you lived in apartment B5?
Since 2015, let's say May 2015 till present time.
And have you ever lived in any other apartment in that building?
Yes, I have. Since 2007, I believe, till 2014, end of the year, I lived at the same building, apartment E as in Edward 1.
And do you currently reside in your apartment B5 alone?
No. I have a friend.
Who resides?
I have a
Sorry, I
friend.
didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm sorry?
I said I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize.
Sorry. I have a friend living with me,
And what is your friend's name?
Medina.
Can you spell that for me?
1 second. Medina. Medina.
And does Ms. Medina have a last name, or is that her last name?
No, that's her first name, Tashanova. T as in Tom, A as in Apple, Shano, V as in Victor, A as in Apple. Tashanova.
And has Ms. Tashanova lived with you since 2015?
No.
How long has she lived with you?
I asked her to move in 2018, end of the year.
Other than Ms. Tashanova, has anyone else lived in your apartment with you in B5?
Yes, but I don't remember the names, because I did a favor a couple of times. Let's say someone just came, and my friend said, like, he has a friend just came from Ukraine. So I need a 1 week maybe for find apartment. So I would allow him because I had dog and one spare room. So I said, no problem, free of charge. Only for a friend. And not for long.
Was that before 2018?
Yes. And it was like maybe 1 or 2 times, that's it. Nobody else. Only me and my dog.
You aware that you're sued in this action with 3...
I'm sorry, counsel. 1 second. Judge, are you on with us? Because the judge froze on me. Oh, okay, Judge. I'm sorry. You froze. I couldn't see.
You're muted, Your Honor.
If you all, for whatever reason, if you don't see my picture, you have to let me know because sometimes it'll go out automatically. I don't know why that is. I can't explain it. But yes, I am here. The last thing he was saying was that just so that you all know that I was here. I don't want you to think I wasn't. That counsel was asking about before 2018. Did anyone else live there? He was explaining that this is not the perfect. This is not verbatim, but I was here, right?
Okay.
Yep. And he was saying now it's just he and his daughter. Before that, the 2 people, he and his daughter.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Mr. Krymov, are you aware you're sued with 3 AKA names in this action?
3 what?
AKA, also known as?
What's the AKA?
Also known as?
Okay. What's the question? I don't understand the question.
Okay, I'll move on. The name Anthony Marcello, is that a name you've ever used?
No, actually it was opened for, what's his name? For one guy, his name I think Boris, for filing the violation. He did file it, but he didn't want to put it his email, so he opened that email so he could forward the complaint to the general attorney on behalf of the nursing home where his grandmother was.
And how does that relate to the plaintiffs in this case?
Actually, what I did is somewhere on the website, I put it somewhere on the internet where it says the website for tenants, where they communicate. Some website I googled, and I put anybody has the problem with the Landau management, please call. So that's what
I'm sorry.
So I was hoping to find another tenants from the Landau management. So this way we combine together. We'll gather together all tenants and file one petition to the general attorney that we have problems in our apartments. And each one of us should just explain the situation.
When you say general attorney, are you saying, do you mean attorney general?
General, yes. Attorney general. I read this on a website that if let's say if there's the tenants could gather together and file one petition to the attorney general.
Okay, stop, counsel. Could you go back just to find out about Anthony Marcello?
Yeah. So you said that Anthony Marcello was an email that was opened. Is that correct?
Yes.
And what is that email?
Anthony Marcella at yahoo.com, I believe.
Is it a real person?
No.
So it was an email created for the purposes of filing a complaint.
Email was created by Boris. I don't recall his last name right now, but it is in the document that I submitted before. He did that because he said he don't want it because of the retaliation. His grandmother did not had temporarily Medicaid, and the nursing home was pushing her out because the Medicaid works only temporarily, works only for 1 month, but she is not well enough to go home, and that's why he tried to fight with that nursing home.
Your Honor, I want to move to strike that portion that was hearsay about what he learned from Boris. None of it's relevant, and it's hearsay, and it's
That's
not
not a hearsay. That's what that you're asking me the question, so I'm telling you.
Okay, stop, counsel, sir. It is hearsay in the law firm, in the legal way. If that's what we consider hearsay, what you hear outside from someone else,
okay.
considered hearsay. So I'm going to stop, and if I could, I'm going to say what I gather from what he's saying, and if the two of you could agree, we can move on to the next name. Okay, so what I understand his answer is that this Anthony Marcello, I think, how did you pronounce it, counsel?
I said both. I'm not sure. I'm Marcello.
Anthony M. Anthony Marcello. That name belongs to a Boris. Boris is or was a tenant at the time that he was. No, he wasn't.
No. He was the grandson of the old lady that was in nursing home that belongs to the.
Okay, Boris is a person. Boris is the real person.
Right.
Who used the name Anthony Marcello because he did not want his real identity to be known by the Landau.
Not a Landau, the
management company.
No, it has nothing to do with the management. He's the guy that I met from this website that he...
Okay, stop. Boris is the real person. The real name is Boris, who used Anthony Marcello.
Yes.
Caruso, go to the next name, please.
Do you have any access to that email or no?
No.
Okay. And is the same answer applied to the name Tony Marcello?
Name what? One more time.
Tony Marcello.
What about it?
Is it the same story as it was with Anthony Marcello?
It's the same thing.
Okay. Was a different email address opened for Tony versus Anthony?
Not that I know of. No.
Okay. And what about Tommy Kirsch? Is that a name you've ever used?
Yes.
Did you spell Kirsch?
Kersh.
Thank you.
And when was the last time you used that name?
Is this part of this motion?
This is the pedigree information that she's entitled to make her record count.
What's the question?
When was the last time you used the name Tommy Kirsch?
Oh, a long time ago. Long time ago. I don't even remember the login to that email.
Now, can I just ask this question so I can be clear? Is Tommy Kirsch Boris or is Tommy Kirsch you?
Tommy Kirsch me.
Okay.
But it was long time since I used that email. Long
We got
time.
that. And you used it a long time. Continue, Ms. Caruso. I understand that. Long time ago that you don't even remember using it. That's how long ago it was.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Have you filed any sort of complaints against the plaintiff's buildings using any other names other than Mr. Kirsch or your own name?
I think, no. No other names.
Okay. We're going to first look at NICEF document 51, please. Your Honor, I'm going to ask that you take judicial notice of document 51, which is an order of your colleague, the Honorable Bailey Schiffman.
Give me 1 second.
Hold on. We're going to go to document number 51. I'm going to read off the beginning so everybody knows that we're looking at the same document, just to be fair to everyone.
Sounds good.
And just so that Ms. Joseph is working, she's not in the office today, could you all explain to her how she could probably get on the e-filing just to, or we could...
I'll put it up on the screen. I'll make it even easier so that she can follow along while we...
No, I'll show her. I'll show her when she comes in.
Oops, I just did it. Hold on.
No, don't show her because then I don't... Okay, I can see everybody. Go ahead.
You want me to put it back on?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought usually it goes my whole... Okay, the computer is showing off today. So that's the document. I'll show her the system when she comes in. Okay. So this is document number 51. And how do we know? Could you scroll it down a little bit from the top to the top? You see where it says NYSEF, doc number 51? On the top, left-hand side, Ms. Joseph?
Yes, Your
That's
Honor.
how we know it's the document, okay?
Okay.
All right, so continue, Ms. Caruso.
So,
And this is just for this document. We're not going to do it for every document. I just wanted her to see how it works.
so
Okay.
should I take it down now, or you want her to follow along?
No, you can let her follow. Let her do the whole thing first.
All right, Mr. Kaimov, I'm showing you what I'm marking as Plaintiff's Exhibit 1. This is NYSEF Document 51, an amended order of the Honorable Lauren Bailey Schiffman dated August 6, 2020. Have you seen this document before?
Yes, I have.
And isn't it correct that following the issuance of this order, you received a copy of this order? Is that correct?
I don't remember if I received a copy of this order, but I have seen this order on e-file.
Do you recall when the first time you saw this document on e-file was?
I wasn't able to tell you that.
Was it before November of 2021?
I remember the June, the other one. Hold on.
Okay, listen to the question and answer the question.
One more time question?
Do you recall seeing this document, NYSEF Document 51, before November 27th, 2021?
I probably have.
And I'm going to stop this one. Okay. All right. I'm now going to show you what's been marked as Plaintiff's Exhibit 2. Can you please look at NYSEF Document 108?
108.
Yes, please.
Decision order. 1 second. Yes.
And for purposes of the record, NYSEF Document 108 is a decision and order of the Honorable Lauren Bailey Schiffman dated June 17, 2021. Have you seen this document before?
Yes, I have.
And isn't it correct to say that when this was uploaded on NYSEF, you received a notification of its filing?
I probably had.
And in addition to that, do you recall receiving a copy from my office in the mail?
That I remember.
I don't remember.
Do or you do not?
That I don't remember. If I received an additional copy from your office, I would not remember that.
Prior to November 27, 2021, had you seen this document, NYSEF Document 108, before?
Yes, I have.
Your Honor, I'm going to ask that Plaintiff Exhibit 1 and Exhibit 2 be admitted into evidence and that you take judicial notice of the court orders.
Well, it's going to be admitted into evidence as a court document anyway, because it is. That's what it is.
Correct. All right, thank you. All right, I am now going to show you, can you please take a look at NYSEF Document 154?
154. I got it. Exhibit 3.
Going to the second.
Hold on one second. So somebody's 154, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm there.
I'm showing you what I'm marking for identification as Plaintiff's Exhibit 3. Have you seen this document before?
The complaint you're talking about?
Yes, the complaint.
Yes,
correct.
I have.
And did you
Counsel,
file
could you just read the complaint number in the record?
Of course. So Plaintiff's Exhibit 3 for identification is an DOB printout, which says overview. It's complaint number 3823147.
Thank you.
And this complaint is with, Mr. Kaimov, this complaint is with regards to 6801 21st Avenue, correct?
Yes.
And isn't it true that the complaint we're looking at, Plaintiff's Exhibit 3, you filed?
Is it what?
You filed this complaint that we're looking at.
Yes,
correct?
I have. Yes.
And there's a description at the very top. It says Ray, R-E, colon, and then there are 5 lines of a description. Do you see that?
One more time. Where do I look at?
Right at the very top.
At the top, there's a blue bar. Is that what you're talking about, counsel?
Correct. Right below that, there's a description of the complaint that starts
yes.
with R-E, colon.
Yes.
Is this an accurate representation of the complaint you filed when you filed this complaint?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, I'm looking to move this document into evidence as previously authenticated by the DOB and now admitted by the defendant as being his filing.
In evidence is number 3. Plaintiff's 3.
Mr. Kaimov, 6801 21st Avenue is where you live, correct?
Yes.
How did you file this complaint?
Call 311.
And when you called 311, did you get a live person or is it an automated system?
No, live person.
When you filed this complaint, you stated work without permit, false statements are all in certificate of correction, request full reinspection on all of these violations, and you list 10 separate violations, correct?
Yes, but what's his name? How do you say? Whoever took this down, the clerk, not a clerk, the agent, 311 agent, she made a mistake here. It says, without permit, probably false statements, I would say.
What are you referring to?
No. The question is, hey, Ms. Monaco, could you please read back the question?
Question. When you filed this complaint, you stated work without permit. False statements are all in certificate of correction. Request full reinspection on all of these violations. And you list 10 separate violations, correct?
Yes.
And the answer is?
Yes.
Good. Continue, Ms. Caruso.
Before you filed this complaint, did you look up each of those ECD violations you reference online?
Yes, I have.
And where did you look them up?
On DOB website.
And what did you notice, generally speaking, when you searched each of those violations?
I learned that a certificate of correction was accepted, but one of them, out of the all 10 of these violations, which is listed in complaint that you mentioned, one of them belongs to my apartment, which the job was never done. So that's why it was my concern.
Did you review the actual certificates of correction before you filed this complaint?
If I reviewed Yes, yes, I had a certificate of correction for a complaint number for my apartment 37005378P, which I received.
37,
Say the number again.
37005378P as in Peter. That's the one that belongs to the violation for the B5 apartment, my apartment.
So other than the certificate of correction for the violation ending in 78P, had you reviewed any of the certificates of correction before filing this complaint?
Yes, I called to the DOB and I find out there was some, 5 of them, missing, 5 ECB corrections.
Start all over because you were frozen.
You froze.
One more time, can you repeat the question, please?
I said, other than the violation ending in 78P, did you review any of the actual certificates of correction for the other violations mentioned before you filed this complaint?
Yes, I have. I called to the DOB before making a complaint. I called to the DOB and spoke to the supervisor of electrical unit. They have an electrical unit there. Construction unit, electrical, plumbing, all separate. So I asked for a supervisor and I asked them about the certificate of correction. As soon as I find out there was no certificate of correction for 5 of them, then I made a complaint.
You stated there was work without a permit in this complaint. Where were you referring to work being conducted?
At the beginning, when the violation was issued, and ever since it was not corrected, so therefore I would say the work without the permit. Since then, till the whatever the certificate of correction was made.
And you refer to that with all 10 violations?
Yes.
And you've already admitted only one of these 10 actually pertained to your apartment, correct?
Right. Was never. Yes.
All right, so we're going to go through the violations listed in the complaint. Can you please look at NYSEP document 155, which is for violation 355-47955J, like Jack.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get to 155, please.
Of course.
Now, this is something different, so Ms. Caruso, if you could put it up so Ms. Joseph can see it.
Yep, of course. All right, Mr. Kaimov, have you
Hold
seen...
on 1 second.
Oh, of course.
I want you to state the number again. We're at NYSEP 155, and this is for violation. Go ahead, Jones.
This is for ECB violation number 355-47955J as in Jack.
I'm sorry, ECB violation, I don't think I heard the whole thing.
Sure, it's this number right here, 355-479.
In the yellow. I don't know if you can see it.
I don't know if you can see right here.
Yeah, I see it. Okay, I got it. Thank you.
No problem. And is this the withdrawn? Did you review this page, Mr. Kaimov, before filing the complaint that we identified as Plaintiff's Exhibit 3?
Yes, I have.
And I'm showing you a printout, and you can look at it on your screen. Is that the same printout that you saw the day you looked at it that you previously testified to?
If that the one was on the website, of the OB website, then yes, I have seen this.
Have you ever looked at the actual violation, which is underlying this summary page from DOB?
Yes, I have.
How do I stop this? I forget. Oops. All right, Your Honor, where am I? putting up on the screen, these are the documents that were received from DOB. There are certifications on each page. It is that same document we just looked at, but there were more documents produced by the Department of Building.
Can you enlarge that?
Of course.
Oh, no, I got it. I gotta go do this myself. Okay, got it.
All right. Your Honor, I'm going to actually move this in as Plaintiff's Exhibit 4. This was authenticated by the DOB. Each page has a certification that was certified on 3/18/22 by DOB, and this is violation number 355-47955J, which is the relevant violation from Mr. Kaimoff's complaint. This would be Plaintiff 4.
Okay. Now, where is this on NYSERS?
This isn't, because this was part of the records
Okay.
that DOB just produced.
These are the ones from Friday. Okay.
Yeah. I can circulate a full set of documents around at the conclusion or even at lunch if that's convenient, whichever is.
That's gonna be I'm going to have you all get in touch with my court attorney, because then she will explain to you how to put it in a Dropbox on the link, and then we all have it, including Miss Joseph.
Okay.
At least the ones that are going to Dropbox, but then I'll explain to her how to get it for future, because she's my intern. She's new.
Your
Go
Honor,
ahead.
Your Honor,
Yes.
can I have 1 minute? 1 minute, I gotta use the bathroom. 1 minute.
Okay, you don't have to say that. You just need a minute. Thank you.
Okay, 1 second.
Your Honor, can I take a minute myself?
Absolutely. And
Okay.
let me know. Just let me know, please.
I'll do it right now. Thank you.
So, Ms. Joseph, let me you see the little stamp on the side with a signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you look on the screen, the right-hand side of the screen, the stamp, it's just like a stamp.
On the right-hand side? Oh, yes, Your Honor, I do see it.
Right. So that's basically the authentication that we look for. So Mr. Wallace actually really didn't have to come if that stamp is on there, because that's what he's saying. That's the authentication that the court looks for when we get documents from the city, different hospitals, and things like that. Once we see that, we know that an actual person looked at the records, that these are the records that were subpoenaed, and submit them to the court.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, Emma, sorry.
Okay, we're waiting for the reporter. We have to wait for the reporter.
Okay.
Your Honor, I know you had said this was going, 10 to 12 and then 2 to 4? Is that the timing?
2:30 to 4:30.
2:30 to 4:30, okay. But we're ending at noon.
That is correct.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
I mean, we can go a little afternoon. We're gonna see how it works. Like if we're somewhere close. Like I like to end at a good point. I don't just say 12 o'clock. We gotta go.
Yeah.
That's not how I work.
Right. Yeah, like if we could finish a violation, then it's a good stopping point.
Exactly. You're not gonna stop it right there in the middle. I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy, Counsel. I'm sure you heard. I say that to lighten it up.
I say that all the time too.
To let people know I am human, you know?
It's important. I get it.
Thank you. So, Mr. Kaimoff, while you're here, I was explaining to my intern. You see the signature, you see the stamp on the side, on the right-hand side?
Yeah.
Right. So that shows also that the documents are authenticated from the Department of Buildings. or anything. So if you had hospital records, you look for a stamp like that from the agency or wherever you're asking for, and that shows you that it's authenticated. So the courts will usually use it without you having a person come in to do so.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
I'm ready.
Okay. We're back. Thank you.
Ms. Kremov, I'm showing you page 2 of Plaintiff's Exhibit 4, which is the actual summons associated with the violation ending in 5J. Have you seen this document before?
Not this one, no.
And skipping to page 4 of the PDF, this is a decision from Office of Administrative Trials and Hearings, also relating to summons number 55J. Have you seen this document before?
Can you scroll it down a little bit?
Of course.
No, up.
I don't know, do you have control to move it on your end, or I have to do it?
No, I have it. I could make it larger, but not moving. No, I have not seen this document before. Can you just on top a little bit? Show, yes. What, here? No, I have not seen this document before.
Okay.
It's from the court.
Correct. So going
This is not from the court. This is from the Department of Buildings that was
From the oath hearing, yes. No, I have not.
In that court, okay.
So going back to the first page, which is the summary page, had you noticed that when you looked at it, that under the oath hearing information, the status was dismissed?
Yes.
And what does dismissed mean to you?
It was taken out of the calendar, I guess. I mean, it's dismissed. No more.
And do you have information that a certificate of correction was filed on this violation?
I called before, as I already mentioned. I called before. I made a complaint on every single violation that isn't a complaint that I mentioned, and I asked for specifically certificate of correction. When there is no certificate of correction, then either it's an error. I would consider. What I thought. Either it's a.
Okay, stop. Did you hear the question?
One more time, question, please.
Okay. Now let me just say this: if you hear the question and you don't understand the question, you can ask for the question to be restated. If you hear the question and you don't understand the question, you could ask to state the question in a different way so that you could understand it. But what you cannot do is answer what you want to answer. You have to answer the question that is before you.
Okay.
Okay?
One
So, Ms. Caruso, if you remember the question, you could ask it again, or I could ask the reporter to do so.
I'm going to rephrase the question, Your Honor. I'll withdraw that previous question.
Thank you.
Isn't it true that when you foiled the certificate of correction for this violation ending in 55J, that you were informed that there is no certificate of correction for this violation?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Let's go to the next one on the list, which is 390202551X. And I'm going to put it up on the screen also because I have the additional DOB document.
Thank you.
That would be a document 156, right?
Normally, yes, it would be at 156.
Okay.
Okay, you can give us both, Ms. Caruso.
So Sounds good. Okay.
You know why? Because when I'm explaining this later to Ms. Joseph, my intern, I can follow straight through.
Mr. Kaimov, looking at this first page,
Just state the number again. 3.
The violation is 390-20251X, like xylophone,
Yes.
and it was previously filed at NICEF document 156.
Thank you. And I'm ready.
Mr. Kaimov, I'm showing you what I'm showing as Plaintiff's Exhibit 5 for identification. Have you seen this page of this document before?
Yes.
Well, can I just say this to make it very easy, that this is now documents that are in evidence. They're not for identification, only because they have already previously been authenticated by the Department of Buildings.
Okay.
So you just give them a number so we know what they are, okay?
Yep.
Thank you.
So Plaintiff's Exhibit 5.
That is correct.
And did you see this page 1 of Plaintiff's Exhibit 5 before you filed your complaint on November 27th, 2021?
I haven't seen that particular one that you FaceTiming, but I saw 156 on the website, DOB, original.
And did you ever...
So let me just, Counsel, I gotta be clear, because I gotta make this determination, I gotta be real clear. Okay, so your answer is no, you did not see this document that's now exhibit number 5 in the court.
No, the ones that...
Only document you saw is number 156.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So let's go to NICEF document 156, which is the same as the one that's been certified, but in a different form. We'll look at this one for now. So prior to filing your complaint, had you previously seen NICEF document 156? I can take it off the screen.
Yes, I have.
Okay. And had you ever looked at the actual violation before you filed the complaint?
What do you mean by actual violation?
The actual summons that DOB issued.
There are no summonses on the website. No, I have not seen summons itself.
Okay, so did you ever look up the summons on a different website, which is also available online?
Not that I know of. I don't know where they're available.
Okay, and had you ever seen the decision from Oath relating to this violation ending in 51X?
That information also not available on the DOB website for public for public information.
So, looking at Plaintiff's Exhibit 5, which the first page is also available at NICEF 156. You look under the section that says Oath/ECB hearing information. Do you see that?
Yes.
And isn't it correct that this ECB violation was dismissed?
Counsel, could you put that document up if you can?
Of course.
Yes, it shows dismissed, but it says NA.
Hold on for a second so we can see it.
It shows dismissed, but at the Department of Compliance history event, it says NA dismissed.
I didn't hear that. It shows dismissed, but at the Department of Compliance history,
He said at the Department of Buildings Compliance history, it shows NA dismissed, is what he said.
And it says...
Can you make that larger?
Of course.
Okay, so Ms. Joseph, can you see that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And compliance on that it has no dates. Right next to the dismissed, where it says NA, certificate status, compliance on, it should put the dates of the certificate was approved.
Isn't it correct that you were informed by DOB that there is no certificate of compliance here or correction for this violation?
Yes, it is, but as well, I was informed there must be a certificate of correction at any point. If you correct the violation, there should be a certificate of correction.
Your Honor, move to strike as hearsay.
Strike it.
Mr. Kaimov, do you understand what dismissed means for this violation?
You already asked me that question. Yes, I do understand what the dismiss means.
And what does dismiss mean to you?
That means dismissed, no more.
Okay, and was this notation that the violation was dismissed apparent on the DOB website prior to you filing your complaint on November 27, 2021?
Yes.
Okay, so when you filed your complaint stating that a certificate of correction contains false statements with respect to this violation, what was the basis of that statement since the violation had been dismissed and there's no certificate of correction notated?
Because there was no certificate of correction, that makes me concerned. Once again, as I spoke to the supervisor of electrical division at...
Okay, I'm not going to be able to take your testimony as to what somebody said unless you plan on calling that person as a witness and that person could testify as to what they said.
I don't understand.
Okay, remember earlier we discussed this word called hearsay?
Yes.
Right. So if you tell me what somebody else said outside of this courtroom, and this is a courtroom now, that is hearsay. If you get that person and you bring that person into the action, and we put them under oath or put her under oath and let that person testify as to what they say, that's good information. That's not hearsay. But you're saying what they said is hearsay.
No, but it's a Department of Building. That's why I had...
If you say what they say, whoever they may be, including the Department of Building and ECB and traffic and anybody else, it's hearsay, right? It's not like a document where we can see a stamp that somebody authenticated. You can't authenticate somebody's what they say unless it's on a tape, and then that person comes in and say, yes, that's me, and then we can take that. But that's not what we have here. You can't just say, I called somebody.
Yeah, but she asked me a question. That was
yeah, but you can't do that.
How do I answer that question?
Testify to what you know, but not based on what somebody told you.
So I know that from calling to the DOB, Your Honor.
Okay, fine. That's an answer.
Okay.
Stop right there.
Okay.
I know that because I called the DOB. Stop.
Okay.
When you say he told me or she told me, I can't take that.
Okay. Okay.
Say that. That's fine.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so going back to my question, your complaint alleged that there were false statements in a certificate of correction. Because there is no certificate of correction for this violation ending in 51X. Isn't it true that statement was not accurate when you made it?
No, it's not true.
Well, how could you have a false statement in a non-existent certificate of correction?
Excuse me?
How can you have a false statement in a non-existent certificate of correction?
So that means there's no certificate of correction was forever filed.
I'm aware that's not my question, though, sir. I'm asking, you're stating that there was a false statement made in a specific document. I want to understand, and the court should understand, how a false statement could be contained within a document that doesn't exist.
Did they show some document to the court, I would assume? And a hearing oath,
yeah.
Where it says hearing oath, hearing information on 7/29/20, they did submit something over there, didn't they?
Your Honor, we move to strike because it's still speculation.
No, what do you mean speculation?
I'm going to strike that part of your testimony. So you answered the question that you did not. Do you understand the question? Let me ask you that. Okay. Ms. Caruso, could you state the question once again?
Sure. the complaint that you filed, which is the subject of this motion in this hearing, stated that there is work without a permit and that there are false statements in all of the certificates of correction relating to 10 specific violations. 51X, which we are looking at, is one of those violations. I'm asking you how there could be a false statement in a certificate of correction that doesn't exist.
How can it be a false statement in certificate of correction that doesn't exist for this violation, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, may I answer?
Yes.
Okay. Now, as the DOB told me,
No, you can't tell me what they told you.
but Your Honor, there should be at any point to dismiss the violation, there should be a certificate of correction. What doesn't matter to show to the DOB or to show to the oath ECB, whether or not there should have some information that the violation was corrected. So therefore, there must be a certificate of correction, even though it was dismissed in an oath. Over there, they should have provided correction of certificate of correction.
Okay, but that's not what the judge told you to do. See, that's the point that I have to get you to understand. What DOB does was not a part of the judge's decision. The judge told you, don't do this, right? If you want the court to know that you think that DOB is doing something, this is not the way to do it.
No,
Because doing it this way is getting you in contempt of court. It's saying to me that you did not follow the court's direction. Okay? What you're saying to me is, Judge, I want you to know that DOB is doing something that they're not supposed to be doing.
I didn't say that, Your Honor. The DOB does
No, but that's what you just said to me. That's what I'm understanding you say.
No.
You're saying that if there's a violation, okay, maybe I'm incorrect. Let me make sure I'm understanding. What I heard you say is there's no certificate of correction, but there's supposed to be a certificate of correction.
Right.
And because I don't see a certificate of correction, I'm saying that they did something wrong.
Yes.
Okay. But that is not this case. That's what I need you to understand. That's not this case. This case is brought to this court at this time, or at that time, but now it's this time that we're hearing it, because the court, specifically Judge Barry Schiffman, said to you, don't do that. Don't file any complaints against these people, 174, I believe, these plaintiffs, unnecessarily. That's what the court said to you, right? But you did it anyway, because you want the court to know that they're doing something untoward, as allegedly to you, untoward.
Unto what?
Untoward, like not good. That they're doing something that's not good.
Yes.
They're doing something that's not good.
Yes.
And I need you to know that. Right?
Yes.
But the way you did it, you went against the judge's order. And you can't do that. You have to do something else for the court to find out that they're doing something wrong. By doing it this way, you're getting yourself into a predicament that you don't want to be in, which is a contempt hearing to say that you violated a court's order. That's what we're trying to get you to understand. You can't go about it this way. It's not saying that you can't do it, but when you do it this way, you're doing something wrong. You're doing something that can get you in trouble. And we don't want you to get in trouble, but we need you to understand, don't do it this way.
Okay.
Okay, there's another way. But that's not, I can't tell you what to do.
Okay.
But there is a way, but this is not the way. When you do it this way, they're going to keep filing contempt and I'm going to have to find you in contempt if I find you in contempt.
Got it.
Right? Because now I'm explaining it to you.
Got it.
I'm saying to you that you can't do this.
May I?
And if you keep doing this, you're going to get in trouble.
May I just clarify one thing, Your Honor? So, if I think there is no certificate of correction and I just want to double check, I cannot call to 311 and ask them for a check.
Now, you can do whatever you want with 311, but what you cannot do is bring these people into that. This way is another forum. You can't do it here, under this index number, to bring these people. You have to do it over there, somewhere else.
Okay.
Right? But you have to make sure. You can't just do it haphazardly. You can't say somebody told me. You can't do it that way.
But Your Honor.
And listen to me, and Ms. Caruso, I'm very sorry, but I'm going to stop at one point because I don't want to get myself in trouble. Because I don't want to advocate for him, but I need him to understand.
I understand. Now, I understand clearly, Your Honor.
We're going to finish this off to make sure that you really understand.
I got it.
Okay.
Sir, when you see under certification status, in the middle, there's N/A-dismiss. Do you see that?
Yes.
Do you know what N/A means?
Unknown?
Unknowing? Is that what you said? I just didn't hear you.
Like no record, unknown? That's what I know is this mean, N-A.
Have you ever heard the term N/A meaning not applicable?
Not applicable? Not what?
Not applicable?
What's that?
I'm asking if you've ever heard that term. Not applicable.
Not applicable?
Yes.
Not, I know, what's up with...
N-A means, you say that N-A means unknowing or no record.
Right.
Yeah. Ms. Caruso is saying to you, do you understand that N-A means not applicable? That's what it means. It doesn't mean no record. It does not mean unknowing. It means not applicable.
What does that mean, applicable?
That means that it does not apply. You don't have to have this. You don't have to have that. Whatever it is. So continue. Now you understand that? Ms. Caruso, continue.
Your Honor,
Can I just say this? Can I say this? I've been accused of yelling. This is my voice. So if I sound like I'm yelling, you can say bring it down a notch or 2 or 3. Okay?
Me too. I just have ear problems.
Okay, but just make sure. I don't want you all to think that I'm yelling. This is my voice, but I can understand virtually it may sound like I'm screaming or yelling. So just make sure I'm not. Please let me know. It's not disrespectful to say, Judge, you can bring that down a notch or 2. Or maybe 5. I don't know. Okay?
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm going to start with a new document. Do you want me to start with it or is 1202?
Okay, I need him to understand that N-A means not applicable.
Not applicable. How do you spell that, Miss Your Honor? I'm going to translate.
A-P-P-L-I-C
A-P-P-L-I-C
A-B-L-E.
A-B-L-E.
Applicable, yes.
Right. Does not apply. Not necessary. Not applying. Does not.
Not applicable, okay? It's the first time I hear this word. Applicable.
Okay.
Okay. Your Honor, do you want me to start a new question or it's 12 o'clock? I'm starting the next violation. I just don't want to go over.
Okay, let's do another one.
Okay. All right. Sir, I'm going to show you what I've marked as Plaintiff's Exhibit 6. These, again, are documents from DOD. I will zoom in. This relates to violation 354, 583, 58R, like Rosie. Do you see this document, sir?
1 second. Loading. It's a 157 document number, right?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Yes, 157.
Yes, I see it.
And did you look at this page from DOB prior to you filing your complaint on November 27, 2021?
Yes, I have.
And again, did you ever look at the actual violation that forms this ECB number ending in 58R?
One more time, I didn't understand.
Sure. I'm going to actually show you page 2 of Plaintiff's Exhibit 6. This is the summons number ending in 58R. Have you ever seen this document before?
No, once again, the summonses are not on the website. Whatever's on the website, I'll have the access to, but besides that, no. No, this one I have not seen.
And had you ever looked at the decision which resulted from this violation with oath, which is page 4 and 5 of Plaintiff's Exhibit 6?
Make it a little bigger, Ms. Caruso.
Sure. I can scroll up. I'll start at the top and scroll down slowly.
Okay. Okay, could you go back up for a second?
Of course.
Okay, you can stop right there. Again, you see that stamp, Mr. Caruso, Miss?
Certified.
Right, that's the certification.
Now I got it.
Okay, go ahead. Just want them to see it.
Okay. And had you seen this decision before, sir?
No, this one no.
All right, so going back to page 1, which is the summary page from DOB, this you have seen, correct?
It is the same on the DOB, yes. Similar,
All
different
right,
little.
and when you look at the box that is 3/4 of the way down entitled oath/ECB hearing information, do you see that this violation was dismissed on 6/10/2020?
Yes.
And again, does dismissed mean the same thing that you previously testified dismissed means?
Yes. And the same NA.
Okay, and yes, and going up a section, it says Department of Buildings Compliance History and Events Certification Status, N/A-dismissed. Do you see that?
Yes.
So my same question that I asked you previously, can you explain how there could be a false statement in a certificate of correction that is non-existent?
That's what my thought was. If there is no certificate of correction, then it must be something wrong. That's what I thought.
So when I asked you previously if you reviewed the certificates of correction prior to filing your complaint in November of 2021, it wasn't accurate that you had reviewed them with respect to this violation, correct?
One more time.
When I asked you previously if you had reviewed the certificate of correction for each violation contained in the complaint that we're discussing, and you said you had reviewed the certificate of correction, that wasn't accurate with respect to the violation we're looking at currently, ending in 58R.
No, I actually reviewed this document.
I'm not asking about this document, sir. I'm asking if you reviewed a certificate of correction.
There was no certificate of correction.
That is my question. So when you said that you reviewed them, that wasn't accurate with respect to this violation, correct?
Where did I say that I reviewed them?
I asked you when we went through the general complaint if you reviewed certificates of correction for each of the violations you claimed false statements were contained within. You stated yes. So now I'm asking if that was an accurate statement with respect to this violation relating to 58R. Ending in 58R, I'm sorry.
No. You're too quick. You're too quick again. Again, one more time. I'm sorry. One more time, but slower, please.
Sorry, counsel, I was going to ask you to repeat it as well.
Okay. I'll withdraw it. I'll ask again. I'll ask it differently. With respect to the violation ending in 58R, isn't it correct that you have never reviewed any certificates of correction with respect to this violation?
I have not reviewed the certificate itself, but I did call to the DOB. Where they told me there is no certificate of correction for those five 5 out of 10 complaints.
Okay, so let the record reflect again that I'm striking everything about what they told him.
But that's what I got idea from, Your Honor.
Okay, I got that.
I can clarify that. If you look at NICEF document 259, which you filed yesterday. 259.
Okay, I'm going there. And you can put it up for Ms. Joseph there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't always work.
Oh, 259?
259.
1 second. 259.
Okay, I'm not getting that either.
It pulled up weird. I'm putting it up. It pulled up weird on my end as well.
Okay, great. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
259.
Mr. Kaimov, is this a document that you filed yesterday on NICEF, document 259?
Yes.
And there's an email address on here, itomkha@yahoo.com. Is that your email?
Yes.
And the date is January 11th at 3:25 p.m. You see that?
Yes.
Is that this year?
Yes.
And since DOB previously certified the FOIL requests which were made of you, it's correct that this email that we're looking at, NICEF document 259, DOB certified to you that there are no certificates of correction on file for the listed violations. Is that correct?
Right.
And the first three listed there, 55J, 51X, and 58R, are the three that we have discussed already this morning, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. So, next we're going to go to Plaintiff's Exhibit 7, which is first state.
Can I just stop right here for a second?
Of course.
Not to end this, okay? This is what I'm hearing, and I just want to make sure going forward that I'm hearing correctly. I'm comprehending correctly, because I'm hearing correctly, but what I'm comprehending. Based on the three that we, well, the few that we went through already. There are violations. Department of Buildings says dismiss. You don't need to have a certificate of correction on these violations, but based on our review going back, they're dismissed. Mr. Kaimov goes on his computer from his home. He does not see a certificate of correction. Therefore, something must be wrong. And I'm going to get to the bottom of this, and I'm going to file a complaint because the violation still exists because there is no certificate of correction.
No.
Is that correct?
No, Your Honor.
From his perspective, mine or his, Your Honor?
Yeah, I'm asking him.
Me. No, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Out of 10 violations, one of them belongs to my apartment, B5, and since then till today, certificate of correction was filed, but no job was done. At the same time, there's a letter.
Okay, stop. Okay, because that second part is not my case. Okay.
It is a case, Your Honor.
Stop. It's a case, but it's not this case. I'm trying to get to my case. Okay. So what I'm understanding is this certificate of correction. Mr. Kaimov thinks, this is what I'm understanding, it could be wrong. If there is no certificate of, on the most of it, the bulk of it,
5.
this certificate of correction, if it's not there, whether I could go on this computer and see it, or if I call and somebody tells me, if there's no certificate of correction, there's a problem.
Yes.
And today, I'm finding out that this word, or these two letters, N/A, means not applicable. I'm thinking that I'm Mr. Kaimov. Oh, there's no record
Yes.
It's no record. It's no record. But what it's really saying to him that he does not know is that it's not applicable. It doesn't have to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You know how when you file an application and it says spouse and you don't have a spouse,
What's the spouse?
a wife, a husband,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you file an application, say you go to the doctor, they say your name and your cell, and they ask you if you have a spouse, S-P-O-U-S-E, a husband and wife, or a
Mhm.
partner.
Mhm.
Now we use the word partner, right?
Yes.
If you don't have any of those things, most of us on this line would put N/A because we know that means not applicable. You would put something else because you don't know that N/A means not applicable.
I feel it's unknown.
Right, right. But see, this is what I think is the problem. That you think you didn't know how to read the record that was before you. That they did not need the certificate of correction. There was no need to file, not applicable, no reason to apply certificate of correction. It was not needed for this case to be dismissed with the Department of Billing. That's what it meant.
Okay. Now I
Your
know.
Honor,
Go ahead, Mr.
I would agree with your statement. However, I just want to keep in mind, it's not that he filed and it said no certificate of correction. He made a statement. There's false statements in the certificate of
Right.
correction.
That he didn't
Just want to be clear.
that he did not see. Correct?
Correct. Okay. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah, let's go. Another 50. Let's go. Let's go. Cause I just need him. But Ms. Caruso, I need you to know that based on what I'm hearing, I have to feel that he knew what he was doing was injurious to your client. Now,
We will get there.
okay, just hold on, please. Hold on 1 second, please.
Oops. You hear me?
Yes.
Again, what is this again?
Okay,
How do
I'm back. I have to,
Oh, here you go.
I'm going to need a few minutes. I have to call my administrative judge's office.
Okay. No problem.
Thank you.
I'm going to run to the ladies' room. If that's all right with Your Honor.
That's fine.
Okay, me too. Me too. I'm back.
Okay, I'm here as well. I'm just waiting.
Okay.
Ms. Monaco, I'm going to ask you if you could email me that site. Not anytime, no rush, no rush.
The site?
Well, okay, this is Caruso. She could give it to me again.
Oh, okay.
The citation from the Appellate Division. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
The citation for my opening?
Yes.
Sure.
Everyone's back?
Yes.
Okay, great.
It was 121 AD 3D 684.
Thank you.
And it's Roland versus Torres.
No, I got the name. I think I remember the name, but I just want to make sure I have it so that I can explain to Ms. Joseph all the, everything.
Yeah, no problem. All right. So, all right, Mr. Kaimov, I'm putting up on the screen Plaintiff's Exhibit 7, the first page of which was previously filed at NICEF Doc 158. And this relates to violation 3901667 like Mary.
Hold on. What's the document number? It was E5
158.
15E?
8.
158?
7, 8.
Okay, 1 second. 158. 158. Got it. 672M.
Correct.
Okay. Yes, Exhibit 7.
And looking at Plaintiff's Exhibit 7, you see again that in the oath ECB hearing information that this violation was dismissed, correct?
Yes.
And was that present when you, and it's withdrawn, and it was dismissed on June the 3rd, 2020, according to the DOB record, correct?
Yes.
And was that notation on the document when you reviewed this website prior to filing your November 2021 complaint?
One more time?
Was this notation that the violation had been dismissed on the website when you looked at this prior to filing your complaint in November of 2021?
I don't understand the question. Was it what?
Did the DOB indicate to you when you looked up this violation that the violation was dismissed before you filed the complaint in November of 2021?
Yes.
And again, under the certification status, it says NA-dismissed, correct?
Yes.
So again, we established that, withdrawn, we established that the DOB notified you via email on NICEF document 259 that there's no certificate of correction for this document, correct?
Yes.
So what false statement did you believe existed at the time you filed a complaint with respect to this document, with respect to this violation, I'm sorry?
Once again, as I thought, is that NA stands for unknown, and I thought the DOB don't know why it was dismissed, even though I thought when it's dismissed or not dismissed, it should be the certificate of correction at any point once the complaint is off the record.
That I understand, but you stated specifically in your complaint that a false statement was made. What false statement existed that was made by the plaintiff in this case?
I would assume there was it was dismissed because they should have shown something to the oath court. That's my thought. Now, so I thought there should be a certificate of correction, and if there is one, then then it probably has a false statement in it.
You're on a move to strike. It calls for speculation.
No, that's his testimony. And I'm going to take that because that's serious business what he just said. That he assumed Right, so I need that. I need that in the record.
When
Counsel, I need that.
when-
I withdraw my objection, Your Honor.
may I repeat so this way I'll say it correctly? When it says,
No, that's okay. I got it.
okay. If you have problem understand, I'll repeat.
No, I don't have a problem.
No,
I don't have a problem.
I have.
And trust me, have you all already seen this morning that if I have a problem, I am not too big to say, wait a minute, this is what I'm understanding. Is this what I'm understanding?
Okay.
Several times you said to me, no. Several times Ms. Caruso said, Judge is this way, not that way.
Mm-hmm.
And so I need to be correct about what I'm understanding. So anytime I don't understand, I let you know.
Thank you.
And I have shown that.
Yes.
And I have already shown that throughout this entire
Yes.
record so far.
Yes.
Okay? Continue, Ms. Caruso. I'm very sorry about my interruption at this point.
You're good, Your Honor. I'm just collecting my thoughts. Isn't it true, based on your previous testimony, that you didn't review the actual summons violation that accompanies 72M, correct?
The DOB, the FOIL did not provide this. Only certificate of correction I asked for, and that said 5 of them they sent, 5 of them they said it was no certificate of correction on DOB record. That's what it says on Exhibit R, my exhibit.
Sir, I'm asking specifically on
Okay,
72.
so let me strike that as non-responsive, and now you could restate your question.
Sure. Exhibit 7, page 2. This is the summons. Have you ever actually seen the specific summons relating to this?
Summons? No. This one I never saw.
And so, do you have any understanding as to why all of these summonses that we've discussed have been dismissed yet?
One more time.
We've discussed 4 summonses thus far that have been dismissed. Do you have any understanding as to why they were dismissed?
As to why, no, but it was dismissed. Now I understand it was dismissed. I understand it was dismissed without the certificate of correction, not need certificate of correction. That I understand now.
I'm going to show you what I'm marking as Plaintiff's Exhibit 8, which was, the first page is filed as NICEF document 158.
Hold on a second.
Sure, 159, I misspoke.
Okay.
Now is new document?
Yes, 159.
159.
And this is exhibit number 8, is that correct?
159. Yes, got it.
Go ahead.
Looking at this first page, did you review this first page prior to filing your complaint? Actually, I'll withdraw that. I'm showing you what is Plaintiff's Exhibit 8, which relates to OCCB violation 354-60672H like Harry. Have you seen this page before, sir?
Is it the same thing as the 159?
Yes.
Okay, I'll look at 159.
No. Listen. You see the document on the screen? I want him to see the document on the screen.
Then
I don't want is it 159? No. It's the document that's before you on the screen.
okay.
Have you ever seen this document before, Ms. Caruso? Is that your question?
Correct.
Okay.
This document, no, because it has New York Building Internet. It doesn't have on the document that I've been seeing in the DOB. And the DOB is different form, but
Okay, your answer is no. The answer is
this
no.
one, no. This one I didn't see.
This one, no. This document, no.
No, this one, no.
But for clarity, you have seen document, NICEF document 159. Is that accurate?
Yes, 159, yes. The way it...
And on document 159, does it identify this OCCB hearing information as the violation being dismissed as well?
One more time? One more time?
Does it identify this violation is being dismissed under hearing status?
If it was dismissed, if I understand it was dismissed,
Yes.
yeah, sure, dismissed. And again, NA, N/A dismissed.
And it shows that it was dismissed on May 27, 2020, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Have
What's
you
the
ever,
date again? I'm sorry.
May 27, 2020?
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Yes.
No violation. I see it. Dismissed. I see it. Little small, but I can see it.
Oh, I can see that. I apologize.
No. I have my own. I have it.
Okay. And is it fair to say that you never reviewed the actual summons that is the underlying summons for this violation? Ending in 72H like Harry.
Instead of summonses, there is a complaint, there is a summons, no. The one you showed before, no.
Okay, I'm going to show you at page 2 and page 3 of Plaintiff's Exhibit 8. This is the summons with ending in 72H. Have you ever seen this document before?
No.
And what about going to page 4 and page 5 of Plaintiff's Exhibit 8, identified as a decision from the Office of Administrative Trials and Hearings? Have you ever seen this document before?
No, this one, no.
And again, we saw that it said NA dismissed. So can you explain what false statement applied to this violation in a certificate of correction if there was no certificate of correction?
Once again, my thought, an A dismissed mean that it was dismissed, but unknowing the DOB don't know why it was dismissed. And my thought let me finish please. My thought was, if it's dismissed, then it has to be certificate of correction of the violation. Otherwise, I thought it cannot be dismissed without that certificate. And once I find out from the DOB there is no certificate of correction, so that's my thought was, that means it was dismissed incorrectly or by mistake and error.
Okay. So, is it fair to say that your position is the same with all 5 of the violations that were marked dismissed by oath?
Yes, it would be the fair saying that, yes. But
And
all of them has this NA. Once again, this NA thing got me confused. NA, I thought it's unknowing. That's the thing.
But you saw, prior to your filing the complaint on all 5 of these violations that were dismissed, that they were dismissed before you filed your complaint in November of 2021, correct?
That I don't remember because the file. No, yes. Then if it was here, yes. Then I saw this.
And it's correct to say that because there are no certificates of correction, you didn't review any certificates of correction before filing your complaint with respect to the 5 violations we
No,
already
I received I spoke to the DOB, and DOB told me there is no certificate of correction. But if I need the copy of certificate of correction, I could order that, which I did.
Move to strike as hearsay, Your Honor.
Cricket.
Sir, isn't it correct that there is no certificate of correction to review on the 5 violations that we've already discussed?
Yes, it is correct.
Okay. And therefore, before you filed your complaint in November of 2021, claiming false statements at the certificate of correction, that you did not review any certificates of correction relating to these 5 violations.
Because there was no certificate of correction to review.
Okay, so your answer is yes, you did not review them, correct?
I had no, that don't exist.
Okay. I'm now going to switch, Your Honor, from these were dismissed to different ones. Do you want me to switch gears given it's 12:35?
No, I don't want you to change gears. I want you to come back with the new gears ready to go. And I'm going to allow, sorry?
What's the gears?
I'm just
No, it's just switch it, not gears. She was talking about the ones that, I'm sorry, Mr. Kymar, this is definitely some jargon. We were just talking in jargon. Okay, so what she's asking, that those were the ones that we just discussed were the ones that were dismissed.
Yes.
The ones that's coming next are not the ones that were dismissed. So this would be a good time for us to stop, recess, go to lunch, do whatever we're going to do, and come back, and we will start again at 2:15, 2:30. I'm going to give Ms. Monaco a time to go, because sometimes I don't know and I don't care to know, but sometimes my reporters are in different buildings, so I have to give them time to leave, gather their stuff, go to their respective buildings, come back and forth. So we are going to recess at this time only because it's a good time to stop.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very good time to stop. And we'll come back. Ms. Monaco, is 2:15, 2:30 good for you?
Yep. Yes, sir.
So we'll come back at 2:30.
2:30. Same link.
2:30.
Same link, right?
Same link.
Okay.
Same link.
Okay.
Okay?
2:30. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, Ms. Joseph, I'm going to email you or have McLean email you a number and we can have a discussion. Okay?
Okay, no problem.
He will.
Bye.
But that you could by the time we get it, when you come back, you'll see the number and we'll talk later. Okay?
Me?
Yeah, you entitled to a recess as well.
I go, right?
Yeah, you can go.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank
I mean,
you.
you and I, we have time. I'll send it to you. We can have a discussion between now and
You talking to me?
1 o'clock. Okay? No, I'm talking to Ms. Joseph.
Sorry.
I'm gonna have her send you the number. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You call on there.